Just a summary of the framework of the program. We will not just focus on digital literacy, but other things. Our desired impact is really to meet the basic needs of the woman and her family. Can you just go back to that slide? And improve the well-being of the woman. And as you can see, digital literacy is just one of the components of the program. Let me just also mention that we have some other international partners like Cherry Blair Foundation, for instance, which has a mentoring in business program. And very recently, the Community Center of Malvar, Mauban, and Tanawan have enrolled in that program. So women who qualify to join that program will be able to undergo a mentoring in business course with international mentors. Now this is going to be a program for some 12 months. The first intake will happen next month, and the next one will be in January. So those community center managers who are here with us this morning and who would like to join that program, that mentoring program, and who would like to enroll the women in the community to that program, please visit our site or please see me. I have some materials regarding that program. We also have a partnership with CECs, so that the women who have the potential to become more ICT skilled can also go into a CECs technical program. So these opportunities are available for you other than digital literacy skills. So we also like to invite you to join our online community. It's at community.telecenter.org, where you can also meet with other telecenter practitioners and leaders from all over the world. So those who sign in today and those who have already signed up will have a chance to win some gifts from telecenter.org Foundation. So please sign in. Just go to our community.telecenter.org website. So thank you all very much. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Ms. Tess. So the telecenter.org Foundation has made the announcement for the global program, and may I now call on Dr. Angelo Ramos to make the announcement for the Philippines.
Okay, so magandang tanghali po sa inyong lahat. So back in just last year, 2011, when the telecenter.org Foundation launched the global Telecenter Women Campaign, the Philippines, you were very quick to respond to this challenge. There was a global challenge to train 1 million, right? 1 million women. So the Philippines responded to this challenge, and we launched the Philippine Digital Literacy for Women campaign in UP Los Baños. UP Open University last year. And the Philippine response to that challenge was for the country and for all the CCO managers here to train at least 10,000 Filipinas. We also had the challenge of first training at least 250 telecenter managers to be trainers for these women, specifically using the Intel Easy Steps course. So we're glad to report that we have actually surpassed our targets for the number of telecenter managers who were trained as trainers. So the original target was 250, but we were able to surpass that, and we actually were able to train more than 550 telecenter managers. We still have some ways to go. As I've said, the Philippines has committed to train at least 10,000 Filipinas by the end of this year. So we have just less than 2 months to go. Okay, so we still have a few number. I'll be reporting it actually this afternoon. But as of latest figures and the reports that we're having, we have with us a number of around 6,600 women already trained. So we have around 3,000 more to go. So I'm challenging all our CEC managers, no? I'm thinking baka kasi maybe it's just a matter of some of our CEC managers not yet reporting. I know that you have already trained a lot of women in your communities. But we'd like to request, we are strongly requesting you, urging you to send in your reports. We know that PhilSecNet and NCC have sent you the formats of those reports that you need to submit back to us. And it's very important that we get those numbers, not only because we need to fulfill our commitments, but also it's also, as you've noticed, there's a lot of incentives for CEC managers to really do well in terms of training the most number of women. No? But as Ms. Descam has mentioned, that at the global site, telecenter.org has made this from a campaign to an ongoing program. So the response for the Philippines, for PhilSecNet, is that we are also moving to change the Philippine Digital Literacy for Women campaign now into a program. So it's going to be an ongoing program of the Philippine Community E-Center Network. So siguro yung 10,000 women na ginawa na kinumit namin for 2012, gagawin natin yearly yan. No? So it's a challenge for every one of us working with community centers. May natakot dito. May ginawa dito. Hindi, suggestion lang yun. Pero I think 10,000 Filipino women a year won't be too much of a... I don't think it's too much. There's a lot of opportunity for us to train more and more women. No? So we can focus on different age ranges. No? So we're also thinking that for the next year, once we start this Philippine Digital Literacy for Women program, no, we will expand more services to women, not just computer literacy, because that's just the first step, no? So like what Ma'am Camba has mentioned, Ma'am Des Camba has mentioned, we'd like to expand more and have more partnerships for this program. As Dr. Bandares mentioned, I think we'll have more and more partners coming on, Intel here in the Philippines, PLDT, and we're also talking with some other partners. For example, who will design courseware specifically on entrepreneurship. So I have one guest tomorrow from Learning Litens. You're here. From Learning Litens, who will help us develop courseware for women entrepreneurs here for the Philippine setting. So again, back to our response to this challenge. The Philippine Community Center Network is committed now to have this as an ongoing program of our network. So again, I challenge and I enjoin all of our CEC managers, all of our mayors, all of our partners to do more for women and to really integrate ICT to the lives of women for their empowerment. So maraming salamat po. Mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Doc Angel. We have heard the announcements from telecenter.org Foundation and from the Philippine CEC Network. Now, let's see what's in store for us with regard to the use of our curriculum for the module. Representing again Intel here is Ms. Lizelle Cornelieza. To tell us the updates on the curriculum that we are using for our Philippine Digital Literacy for Women program.
Good morning. Naimbang na bigat. What I'm trying to remember all of the other dialects that are being used in the Philippines. No? Actually, good noon na. I'm happy to be here and I'm also happy to be representing Intel. I'm speaking in behalf of Yvonne Garcia Flores, who is the Corporate Affairs Manager of Intel Philippines. And we are also happy to give you a quick update on Intel Easy Steps. If I think most of the CECs are familiar with Intel Easy Steps. If you haven't been trained already, then after this, perhaps you can consider contacting us and letting us know whether you want to be trained on Interlisi steps. So, next slide, please. First of all, we'd like to thank all of the CECs who have helped contribute reaching the 6,000 plus grassroots women. And then of that is around 5,000 who were trained using Interlisi steps. So marami pong salamat sa lahat ng mga CECs na gumamit ng Interlisi steps para ma-reach po ang digital literacy for women campaign numbers natin. So, okay. And I'd also like to give a quick recognition to the CECs who have gone beyond their target. For example po, sa Luzon, I'd like to acknowledge LGU Mauban, the CEC in LGU Mauban, for being the highest among the CECs in Luzon in terms of using Interlisi steps in training women. In Visayas, we have Tanawan. Unfortunately, Sir Eugene cannot be here because of the weather, no? Pero they're also the top in the Visayas. And later, I will show you a short video about Tanawan. And in Mindanao, our representatives from Mlang and UPI, are they here? I see Dr. Mary Ann. And then from UPI, meron po bang taga-UPI? Ayan. But silang dalawa po ang mataas ang na-reach na number ng women through the use of Interlisi steps. So, again, kung hindi pa po kayo gumagamit ng Interlisi steps, pwede pa po. You'll know later how to be part of the network. So, we'd also like to thank NCCFOO and also PhilSecNet